Yep. Yo. Welcome back to the Apartment B podcast, starring yours truly, Laraun Josey. Today this is one of those shows where we call it a hashtag solo mission. I'm Batman tonight. Robin is not with me. Whoever Robin might be. Yeah, it's just me today. It's 2:30 a.m. on a Saturday, and I don't have any women, so if I had women, I would not be doing this right now. But I was like, man, I got time. So here I am. The vibe I'm feeling today, I want to talk about childhood dreams. That's the vibe I'm feeling today. Yeah. Hold on. And I was thinking of this Michael Jackson song before I even started. It was like, is that one that's like, honey, oh, honey, my mind. Gonna feel real good. Wanna make a difference? Wanna make it right? Oh. So, bruh. Michael Jackson always sounded like he was about to cry in the studio, which is why it's like the most like that whole "wanna make it right." Like he's cold, like in an igloo, but he's singing like he got to get this off, but he's like in this like tundra, you know. Word I was thinking about today also was the word biome. I love throwing it out there when I'm talking to people. Like someone that says anything science, I'm like, wait, so you're telling me like lions? So lions and penguins would probably be in two different biomes. I learned that one time in science class in high school, and now that's like the only thing I got. I got biome and the scientific method. But back to what we were talking about. We're talking about childhood dreams today. I was thinking about it. I had a show tonight. I'm a stand-up comic for you guys who don't know, but I did a show tonight, and after the show I was like, damn, how did I get here, you know? And it sounds more glorified than it is. It was like an open mic, but I mean, obviously anytime you get to do comedy, it's a privilege, really. I was just thinking, man, I didn't always want to be a comic. I didn't always want to be a comic. Like there was a point in time where I wanted to be a basketball player. That was everything. And I know people are saying, okay, well, duh, black dude, basketball player, rapper, drug dealer, of course. But no, listen, I wanted everything was basketball, like everything. Like I really wanted to be basketball. Like I've been playing basketball since I was, when you're young, like you just play anything, just get in any sport, and sometimes one sticks. You just try a bunch of activities until you figure out one. It's kind of like, uh, in Avatar, the Last Airbender, the series. The way they found out who the Avatar was is they just gave him a room full of toys, and he just picked up. Oh, this is the one, and they were like, oh, this is the chosen one because every other dumb kid picked a different toy instead of the right one. So let's take this special bald boy, monk. He was a monk at like 5. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of easier then because like if you're older and you're a monk, you can't like have sex, right? Like you can't, but you don't really have any of those temptations at 5. You're like, okay, this is the best monk ever. But you're like, yo, you're comparing him to me. I'm a 35-year-old monk and I can't have any pussy. So I know I'm going off tangents, but basically, my childhood dream was to go to the NBA, and I was so passionate about it. Like, like seriously, I wrote it on my wall. I am going to the NBA. It was on my apartment wall. By the way, we didn't own this house. By the way, I wrote it on an apartment wall, and they probably added a paint over it once we moved out because I don't think you can really. You're not supposed to damage walls of places you don't own. We're renting it. Okay, you can't go to the B&B. You feel me? And right on the wall, hey, Jeremy was here at the B&B. You can't do that. That's a fee. You get a cleaning fee. You can't do. Well, we never got a fee. Granted, it was a very trashy place, but uh, I was passionate about going to the NBA, man. I would work out all the time. I go to the YMCA whenever I could. I really thought I was going to the NBA. I really thought that. Mind you, I'm only 6 feet tall. You feel me? Like I'd be a point guard, but I wasn't fast. I could just dribble really well, and I could do a little, little behind the back seat, little. Like I can. I'm pretty. I was pretty good. I just didn't have confidence at the time, but I was playing from like probably like sixth grade all the way up until senior year. Um, I trained hard. Like I just didn't have like confidence, but that was my goal. Like as a child, like that was everything. Like I gotta make it to the league. I gotta make it to the league, which you don't even realize as a kid, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You don't really realize that it's damn near impossible. One, I mean, it really is a tall man's game. And then niggas try to show you Muggsy Bogues, but I'm like, bro, all right, show me another 5'3" dude. Okay, what? Nate Robinson, like 5'9". He dunks. I wasn't doing none of that. So it's like these are like freaks of natures making it to the NBA that are under 6 feet tall. I'm not. I'm not that crazy, you know. So, but I would train. I would do everything. I would like my favorite player at the time was Kyrie Irving. Well, obviously it's LeBron James for life, like but Kyrie Irving was everything to me at that time. And I would do everything. Like he would post training videos or anything. I would do everything and said I would search up everything he does. He used to dribble with a plastic bag over it, and because it would make the basketball like slippery. And if you can handle the ball while it's slippery and like I'm gonna say slippery and wet, pause, while it's slippery, it'd be easier to handle it like without the bag. And I used to do that. I used to wake up and like before school run a mile before the school bus got here. Dude, I was committed, and I was good. It was just I wasn't confident. I grew up a fat kid, you know. So when you grow up a fat kid, you pretty much you there's states you get in your mind where you're like, oh man, I'm still that fat kid. Even though I wasn't, I wasn't the same kid anymore. You know, it's 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 uh it's crazy because it was like that was like the answer the whole time. Because who knows? Who knows if I could have got it like a scholarship if I just was a bit more confident. You know, because I had a friend. He was my best friend at the time. Keandre, right? And this guy he was amazing. I mean, he's amazing at basketball. And he's not that much taller than me. He's like maybe 3 inches, 4 inches taller than me. But he has like the confidence of a giant. Like he had like Kobe confidence. So I'm over here like being like, oh, I'm kind of good at basketball. He's like, yo, I'm the fucking best in basketball. No one is better than me on this court. And I'm like, yeah, I'm also good. No, I'm good too. And he just like embodied confidence. Like even with like girls or with anything, like he had that confidence. I didn't have it, so that's why to me, why I didn't really go anywhere with basketball, like because I was good. Like if I went to go hoop with other people, like people that are good, I was pretty, I held my own. Also, I didn't wear glasses on the court. I never thought about that. Like I never wear goggles or anything, and my vision's is terrible. Um, Maybe if I had some contacts, I'd be a little bit more confident too. But I feel like my face is I have a glasses face. Like it just fits perfectly. Like the glasses have become my entire personality at this point. Like it just makes it fits. It fits. That was really my only goal. Like my childhood dream is to be a basketball player, man. And it was just a fun time. Like basketball brings so much camaraderie with it. Like most of my friends I've made in my life is all from hoops. Like man, and you really get like this brotherhood with these people. Like even if your team sucks, you get this brotherhood with people. And our team we like in high school our team sucked, but we were also good like 1 year or 2 years. Like we won our conference championship, but I never went to state championships or anything like that. We did make it to state playoffs in Pennsylvania, and we ended up playing literally the best team in Pennsylvania. and we lost like 16 to 100 something. My dad flew to Pennsylvania to watch us play that game, by the way, and we lost by like damn near 100 points. Out of all games, Dad, why that one? That we made it to the state playoffs by a fluke, by accident. That wasn't even our goal at the start. The goal at the start of the season was, hey, let's win a game, and you came to that game. That was, I'm not gonna blame my team. I'm gonna blame you because that was just a bad decision from the jump. And one of the players One of the players we played ended up going to freaking Kentucky, D1 Kentucky, like Calipari, in Kentucky. So, that says a lot. I didn't have any other dreams. I'm a stand-up comic now, but really I don't even know how I ended up like in this. I used to want to act. I would say that. And I believed I was going to the NBA till about 10th grade. I started looking for other options because I was like, I'm not making it. It's not happening. And one of the options was I started to make like skits, but I would only post them on Snapchat. And this is the big boom of Snapchat, by the way, where Snapchat was banging. Like now people use Snapchat. I'm like, yo, what are you, a child? Probably, right? I don't use that app. It's very, very, very young. It's for the young people, right? And Snapchat was booming, so I just started making like skits on Snapchat. I knew they would expire, so I wouldn't really get too butthurt about it if someone didn't like it or not. And I would just put them up. And I was like, okay, this is fun. Mind you, I was going through a breakup at the time with this girl named Lex. And so I needed something to occupy my mind. So I just started making videos this one summer, the summer after we broke up, and it kind of stuck. And I was like, okay, well, how do I get more people to watch my stuff? Maybe I could get known as a stand-up comic. So I signed up to perform at the Improv for an open mic night. And if anybody, all comics know, improv open mics aren't the best because they're bringer shows. And for you guys who don't know what a bringer show is, it means like you have to, in order for you to perform, you have to bring people with you. And that's the way they like get an audience. So if there's like 10 performers and every person has to bring 5 people, you get a bigger audience that way. But the thing is, those people that go with those people that go with the comics, they're only there for their friends. So it's like they're not really, they're going to get the bigger laughs just because they know them, not because it's necessarily funnier or whatever. So it kind of sucks. It's not really good. And that was the first time I've ever done any stand-up, man. And the feeling I got was insane. I've never felt so afraid in my life. Like I remember I literally filmed a video, like me talking to my future self, right? Like time capsule shit. And I'm like, so well, tomorrow's the day. It's gonna be my first ever comedy show, and my life could change forever. Like Eddie Murphy was gonna be in the crowd and fucking take me to Hollywood after the first improv bringer show performance. And it was a bringer who no one knew Eddie Murphy in that room. He wasn't coming to the show, but it's a scary stand-up comedy is scary because it's insane. People are scared of public speaking already. And I'm voluntarily going into a room on a stage with a mic with people who usually or sometimes don't even want to laugh. They want to be like, I'm not laughing. I'm gonna show you how much I can't laugh. Like I'm gonna show you, I ain't gonna laugh at none of this. This is all whack, and I'm gonna let you know. These are the people. I mean, it's insane for you to even be like, hey, I want to get up on stage. I want everyone to listen to me while I give them emotions, but granted, it's an awesome feeling when you get people to laugh. It is. And everyone knows this. As a child, you're sitting in a room uh, when you're a student, the class clown. That is what that it's the feeling you get when you're in a room, all your classmates are silent. Your teacher says something, and then you blurt at the perfect time, just and the whole classroom just goes, oh my God, yo, did you hear that? Yo, you're the talk of the town. The day you then go to lunch and they still talking about it. You're at the lunch table. They're like, yo, bro, you remember that time in class? Bro was like, and you're like, yeah, no, I know that, bro. I didn't even think about it. You gotta act like you're cool. Like you gotta act like you didn't even know it, bro. It just come to me sometimes, like if they did like a post interview for comics after a joke lands every time, you just be like, dude, I had no idea it was even gonna land. Like, sometimes things just come to me. I just say them as soon as they come to my. Like, I don't even think. It's just like I was born this way. It's a natural thing. So yeah, it's a great feel. I mean, which the funny part about me being the stand-up comic and people thinking I'm funny is that literally everybody around me growing up, like in school, they were all funnier than me. I'm just crazy enough to get on stage, but they are all funnier than me. Like Keandre, funnier than me. Shane, funnier than me. Dwayne, funnier than me. Who else? Keyshawn, my cousin. This is like my best friend. Keyshawn, way talented, way more funnier than me. Way more funnier. I don't even think that's correct. I think it's way funnier. Yeah. Okay. Grammar, people. Let's do it. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but Jakia, funnier than me. Like, I was just around, bro. My family members funnier than me. Like, everyone around me was funnier, man. I'm just the person to be on stage, but like they've crafted this, They are Velton. I was just watching some video. Velton's a friend of mine too. He's Keandre's little brother. Dude, I was watching some old memories of him the other day, man. This guy is hilarious. Like, he's just, look at that. Shout out to the thumb. He's funny. Like, these people are genuinely funny. Like, so I'm amazed that I even do this. You know, because none of them would ever do this, but whatever. No, this wasn't my childhood dream. I wish my childhood dream was something more normal, like people say doctor, lawyer, police officer. Um, I don't know, like some because the thing about stand up and any art, you really can't even like measure. It's kind of hard to measure success in an art. Like, obviously, if you're someone like Kevin Hart, you know, it's like, okay, it's obvious he's successful. He's in movies. Like, you can measure that. He's done specials. He's done everything. He's made a lot of money. You can measure that. But when you're like beginning it, it's kind of hard to tell whether or not you're improving or not. Like, because on the internet, you could post a video and get a lot of views, and then the next day you post a video and get nothing. So you really can't even base your happiness or your enjoyment off of like the product. I'm learning this, like, my dad says this to me, like, if you're feeling down, it's because you're focusing on the results more than the work. So I think in this, you really have to learn to enjoy the working of it, and all the results will come, but enjoy the working process. This is when I say this, I enjoy the journey right now. The journey is everything to me right now. The nights like this where it's 2:30 and I'm pussyless and I am doing a podcast, the nights where you're writing jokes or writing bits or the journey. And when I say the journey, it's like it's like this. Have you ever worked really hard to get a girl? Like, you saw this pretty girl, you walked up to her, you said something, you got her phone number, and you went home and you texted her, you had these conversations, and you're really trying. Like, you're really She's playing hard to get. So you're doing the whole chase, You're doing the chase. I love the chase. But you ever get a girl and she is into you off rip? I don't know what it is, but it turns me off. It turns me off because I'm a lion. I like the hunt, I like the journey. I like it's like going on, it's like Mount Everest, right? I want to climb Mount Everest. I want to almost die getting this girl. Yet if she likes me, it's basically like me being at the bottom of the mountain and hopping on a helicopter and flying to the top and planting my flag. I don't deserve to plant my flag. I didn't work for that. And and that's just, by the way, that's just strictly for people that you'll actually date and that you want a future with. If it's a hookup, yeah, fly me to the top of the mountain, brother. Because if I'm just hooking up, I'd rather do less work for the hookup, because as long as the nut's gonna last, as long as the sex is gonna last 2-3 minutes, I don't want to do all this work and they get my 2-3 minutes. This isn't the Tonight Show. Like, this isn't Jimmy Fallon where I work my whole career just to get these little 5 minutes. I don't want to do all this work and like making this girl like me and then get 5 minutes of sex. No, I'd rather do the quick route and get my speed pass at Disneyland and just go straight into the roller coaster. Yeah. So I don't know. I just went off on a tangent. We were talking about comedy, right? Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I had a show tonight. It's that I had a show tonight. Right now it's the 30th of April, or now it's the 31st, or is it? Oh, no. It's March. What? I don't know. It's March 30th or March 31st right now. I don't know. Or it's April 1st. I don't even know where all the. I've been alive for 23 years. I don't even know which months have 31 days or 30 or 28. First of all, I don't even understand why they're all different. Okay, why don't we get on the same program here? Why does February have 20? No, I'm kidding. Why does Black History Month have 28 days, brother? Why don't you stick us in somewhere like January? Don't want to start off the year black? Well, we start off every day black. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I had a show tonight, and I didn't. I was like extra. I was really jittery today. I don't know. I went in to the show not knowing really what material I wanted to do, and when that happens, I kind of get like this. And sometimes it's when I think too much of what the crowd is, it kind of throws me off my game. Like, it's better for me to go in not really giving like an F about what the crowd is and just going in and doing my spiel and flowing with whatever the situation is. But tonight I felt extra jittery. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. No, honestly, and this is funny because I know this girl already. Um, this girl that was sitting in the front. She was sitting at the front table, right? Pretty girl sitting at the front table, and just looking up at me. Like, obviously it's stand up comedy. You're supposed to be looking at, you're supposed to be looking at me, but she was like right under me, and her eyes were just piercing. And I was like, damn. I just got nervous, because I get nervous around pretty women sometimes. That's just the truth. I'm not afraid to admit it. We're all human. We're men. So, but it was cool because afterwards, usually when I'm like real jittery, I like get off stage, like, and I did my spiel. I got off stage and I just walked to my car, like long walk to my car, and I just like try to, come back to the real world, because you're up there, it's a rush, man. It's like trying to. I think Bill Burr told a joke similar to this about his girlfriend asking him questions and her acting like he was a time bomb and she was trying to cut the wires. Getting on stage feels like you're at a time bomb and you're trying to cut the right wire without it exploding in your face. So it's a big rush. It's too much sometimes, too much stimulation. So I had to get off stage, and when I got off stage, I had to go take a walk and to come back down, mellow out. Like, okay, back to the real. Here we go. And I didn't like my set today. I didn't. But it's funny because as a comic, you know all the little things you did and did wrong. You are like in your body and you can tell, but the audience can't tell really. Like when you're up on a stage and you're just sitting in silence for like a second, that's just you trying to remember. Like that's you remembering jokes or going through the Rolodex of jokes in your head real quick, and it's crazy because it's super fast. We're just like, okay, no, 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 but the audience sees it as just like a funny pause. They can't even tell that you're doing or thinking, right? So we were talking to these, me and my friend Jamar, who was on another podcast episode. We were outside talking to these people. Shout out them, Caleb Gant, Micah. That was a girl with the eyes, big eyes. She was just staring at me. Very pretty girl, but she was throwing me off a little bit. And then her sister, Skylar. And we were talking to them outside, and they were like, "Oh, you did great. I thought you did great. Like we didn't even realize." And I'm like, "Damn, they don't even see that I am going through every emotion at this moment. They don't even see it. Like they have no idea." It's funny. Yeah. Where am I? Man, life's crazy right now. I've been living by myself for about a couple, like 3 weeks now. My roommate moved out. Shout out JP. Yeah, I'm gonna have a compilation of me just saying shout out because I shout out a lot of people, but hey, my niggas. My friend JP just moved out. We've lived together for like 2 years, and so living alone is insane. And I'm realizing I can't live alone. I'm not gay, but I need a man in the house because I'm not a man's man. Like there's men out there who will bite the head off a bird. They'll see roadkill on the street, they'll pick it up, we got dinner tonight, and throw it in the back. I'm like, I'm like, oh no, look at the he died. Why did you have to die, little animal? I won't hit a squirrel. I swerve out the street. I don't kill things. I've never hunted before. I've never done that. I can't even, I can't, I don't, well, you're not supposed to say can't. We're not going to say can't, but I don't want to shoot a deer in the face. But I know there's people out there who will shoot deer in the face. And I realize that I am not the man I need to be because I'm like locking my bedroom door. Like my house door is locked, and then I lock my bedroom door when I go to bed because I'm frightened. I'm thinking there's going to be somebody in here that's going to kill me. I'm like, who's going to save me? I should be saving me. I should be the man. But I don't feel that way. When JP was here, I'd sleep with my door open. But now I don't know. Well, he wasn't nuts, but there would be times where he'd be like, I hope a motherfucker come in this house. Well, he's not black. I don't know why I'm saying it, but like that. But he'd be like, I hope somebody come in this house, man. I can't wait. I can't wait until somebody come in this house. I'm gonna kill him. I've never said about anybody. Like I could lie. Like motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. You ever come around here, I'm gonna kill you. I could do that, but I don't. I'm not gonna kill anybody, And honestly, I need a man. You know how I know I need a man around the house? So don't be ashamed of me, by the way. But man, I was at work. I work at a grocery store, and I was near the eggs, the carton of eggs, and there was a long-legged mosquito on one of those cartons of eggs, and I had a paper towel in my pocket. But it wasn't at the bug wasn't at shoe level, like stomping, like I could stomp on you. I don't even have to get that close. It was like right here. The bug just sitting on the carton of eggs, and there was a man next to me, and I was like, I pulled out my napkin. I was like, "Hey, sir, could you kill that for me?" And I didn't even feel like a bitch. I was like, I don't care. Yeah, no, that's just what it is. If I'm at home and there's a bug in the house, I'll kill the bug because hey, homie, it's either me or you. Like this is survival at this point. I have to kill you or I won't be able to sleep. I'll have to move, and I'm not moving. The rent's nice. So if it's at home and it's at foot level, I'll kill the bug. But this bug was we weren't at home, and there was a man next to me, big man, big black man. I'm like, hey, sir, can you kill this bug for me, man? I don't like bugs, but I need a man. I need a man around the house, man, until I get a gun. And no to gun violence. Gun violence sucks, but when you have when you got that thing on your hip, man, I'm sure you feel like a man. You're like, ain't nobody gonna talk to me. Who gonna talk to me? See this shit like on my hip right now. I could light you up, boy. I could take your life away. How much power? I got the power of God right now. I could end your life. So, but man, living at home, I've gotten used to it. I'm starting to like it even more. It's gonna be short lived because I got a new roommate moving in. Shout out Paul. In a couple of days. But I've been walking around, living by myself. I've been walking around naked because I can. I'm just like I just get out of my bed and I'm just butt naked and I just walk around now. I mean, obviously, if I'm in the kitchen, I'm putting on drawers, but I'm just walking around naked, man. And the only bad part about that is walking in front of mirrors because then you realize every bad decision you've ever made in your stomach. And I'm not fat, but I'm also not lean. You know, I got a little, 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 you know, lower belly fat, little muffin top. You know what I'm saying? I can, but you see, the thing about being a little chubby though is you put on a nice shirt, it take down a couple pounds. It's like 20 pounds you put on a nice tee, like a t-shirt that sits right. And I do my push-ups. So I'm really, up top, I'm good. I'm solid, dog. But the lower belly's where I get like, I don't want people to so I'm a shirt guy. Like I gotta wear a nice shirt. That way it looks like it falls in a way where it's like, yo, nah, okay. It's like a mountain versus a skyscraper. Like when you put on a bad shirt, you look like a mountain. The lower body's wide. You can see every rigid in the shirt. But you put on like a good shirt, you like a skyscraper, sleek, drops right down. Nah, I ain't got no rules. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a calorie deficit, brother. You know. So and the worst part about living alone right now, anyway, is just like being single. Really, like living alone, you start to realize how bitchless you actually are. And people say learn to be with yourself, learn to have fun by yourself, have fun by yourself. But these people are the people that have bitches that are telling me this. So it's like, yeah, it's different. I have to be myself right now. You get to make the choice. You have the option to just I don't want to be around you tonight, babe, and then just go in your room separated from the house. I It's different for me, man, because like when you don't have a girl, all you think about is girls. All you think about is getting some when you don't have it. It's like when you're on a diet and you want cookies, but you can't eat cookies. I'm on a diet. I'm on a sexual diet right now. I'm at home. It's Saturday. I want pussy, but I ain't getting pussy. I'm in a calorie deficit right now. My calories aren't being met. I'm losing weight sexually, but in real life, I'm gaining weight. So what people say go out and I go out, but going to the club has gotten to be more like going to the zoo for me. where you're like, okay, it's not a petting zoo either. This is a zoo with glass in yards between each other. Like you're like that guy. I'm going to the zoo and I'm seeing women, but the women are on the rocks over there behind the glass. They're not even looking at me through the window. They're not coming up and placing their hand on the wall. I mean, on the window. None of that. I'm looking at them and they're like lions at the zoo. They're not doing lion shit. They're just over there. But I have to be the hunter. I'm the dude. I gotta hunt, but I'm not hunting. I'm going to the zoo. Let that sit with your spirit. You know, living solo. Like I want a girl. I want a girl. I think I'm at that like phase where I want a girlfriend, bro. I want a girlfriend. I'm tired of hanging with my niggas. But you know, once I get a girlfriend, I'm gonna want to hang out with my niggas. So, by the way, every episode of this podcast will always branch back to I want a girlfriend until I have a girlfriend. And then every podcast episode will be me like, damn, you know, like my girlfriend just said, like, oh my gosh, that sentence right there, my girlfriend said that the other day. Like, it's crazy. Like, no, sir. Yo, that's crazy that you said, yo, my girlfriend said that too. Like, I'm just gonna be fucking spamming it. Yo, my girlfriend, yo, you look just like my girl. Yo, that's great. Yo, you sound just like my girl. Yo, you be breathing air? Yo, my girl breathe air. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, she not even around, but like she just always on my line. Hold on, let me take a little sip of that H2O skis. Yeah, you know, and I've done dating apps, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. I haven't had no success. It ain't for me. And I really want to meet somebody in real life. Like I want that moment where you got, and as a dude, you know what you want, you know. Something goes off in your head like a bell when you're talking to a girl and you're like, hold on. Say that again. It's like that Fantastic Four meme where I think the thing is like he says something like we're we're like a Fantastic Four. And Miles Teller's like, wait, say that again. Like, you kind of just get that. Like, you kind of just know what you like. Like, I've talked to girls that have been unsuccessful, uh, and you just know what you like. Like, something goes off where you're just like, yeah, I like that response. Like today, when I was talking to one of the girls from after the show, the girl with the eyes, she said something. She had like some witty comeback. That's what I like. She had some wit. She had a witty comeback where I was just like, oh, okay. Like we were talking, and then the topics too. Like, dude, we were talking about fucking like no, we weren't talking about fucking. I didn't mean to say it like that. Me and the girl we were talking about like sweating and social situations. We were all in a circle and me and her just started talking, and somehow we got to the we were gonna shake hands, and I said, oh sorry, I might be sweaty, and we started talking about sweating, and then she was saying that she also does it. She also sweats when we're like in social situations, but she told me she sweats on her forearms. I've never heard that ever in my life. I didn't know you could sweat on your forearms. I knew like maybe if you're playing basketball or working out, but like just standing here sweating on the forearms is kind of crazy. But it was cool because it was like, wow, this is a conversation that I like. Like if we could talk about sweat on forearms for the rest of our lives, we could be together. Not her specifically, but anybody, right? Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm in limbo right now. I'm in sexual limbo where you want to hook up and have these like stories to tell, but then you also just want a person that you could just like be with all that's for a large part of the day or talk to all the time. Like so you just want companionship, man. Like what I'm saying, like Curious George he's never without his man's like it's like It's just nice, the like women love is just nice, little things where they just like, kiss on the cheek, man, can make a man not want to hurt himself, like women's love is nice, but it can also be violent. I mean, I've said before, like my girlfriend fought me in school, and that's out of love, but she like put her hands on me, had punched me, like my ex girlfriend. So it's a thin line, but it's just nice to, it's just nice when you're in the presence of a woman. It really is. It really is nice and special. It's a special thing. I mean, obviously it gets annoying sometimes, but it's like an annoyance you're willing to be with. Like, all right, I know she's gonna take this long time to get ready for this thing I told her about a week ago. But would I rather that than something else? Nah, I'll take it. Like it has a lot of pros compared to the cons. A woman uplifts you. A woman puts a different like energy in you. Like you start walking different. It's like a woman in your life is like having the gun on your hip. You don't care anymore because our whole life since puberty, we're just thinking about pussy, 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 pussy. It's like pussy, 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 pussy located. Like you got on these glasses and it's just pussy detected, pussy detected, pussy detected. Like the alarm's going off all day. It's like I'm on a beach, right? And I got those metal detectors, one of those little things to find gold in the sand, and literally it just nonstop beeps, like because that's just how much women I see every. You're like, oh my god, it's all you think about. It's all you think about. Like, and then the funniest part about being a man is how I like fantasizing you with women, man. It's funny because men like it ain't just me. Like we fantasize about you, like we see a girl that's like cute. We're like, yo, dang, and then you fantasize in like in like 10 seconds a whole life with her. You know, you see a girl. It's like this. You walk in a room, you see a pretty girl. You're like, man, whew, and you fantasize. You're like, damn, what if we had a life together? Well, what would our life look like? You know, we'd start dating a couple months in. We go see a movie. I'm like, she doesn't like the movie, but I love this movie. So I log it on Letterbox, right? We come home, we do it a little bit, we get nasty. And then, maybe after a year, she moves in. We get a dog. We name it Coco. And you love Coco. Coco's a little pit bull pure. We got him off the side of a street from a dude who really shouldn't have dogs because, honestly, he's doing illegal shit with him. But hey, whatever. The dog was pretty. Now it's just me, her, and Coco, and we go to beach trips. I've never been to the beach that many times, so we go to the beach. She taught me how to swim. I didn't know how to swim, and then a couple more years, she's like, okay, well, what are we like? Are we just gonna keep? Because come on, like I know I want to get married one day. I want to have kids. Like, are you even ready for that? Should we? Well, now we're having this uncomfortable conversation. So now I got to do this, and I'm like, okay, well, she she doesn't even know that I've been planning on asking her to marry me for months now. I was just, finding the right time. But what I forgot was there is no right time, right? There is none. So I take her to Chuck E. Cheese and we get our pizza and she takes a bite of our pizza and she damn near chips her tooth on the 20 gold carat ring, the one that she always wanted. And we get married and now it's me, her, and Coco again. And then I get her pregnant, shortly after that. And we have our first baby. I said all of that. How long did that take? About 2 minutes to say? Yeah, every fine woman we see, that's a 10-second thought process. 10 seconds. Guaranteed. You know, you can just think about this life with this woman. We love fantasizing. Sometimes fantasizing is better than getting the actual girl. Not in real life, but at least we don't have to face our fears and we can, face our fears and talking to a pretty girl. And we get you, like, in our minds. So it's borderline schizophrenic, but, hey, we charge that to the game. This was a very this was nice. This talk we had was nice. Um, this is one of the solo mission episodes, brother. I'm happy to be here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Uh, See you guys around. let me know other things you want me to talk about. Talk to me. I want to be in your life. Thank you for watching. My name's Laraun Josey. Good nights, brother.